Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We're following some breaking news for you out of Holly, Minnesota. That's where one person has been pronounced dead after an aircraft crashed around 12:30 this afternoon. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley has been following this story for you and joins us live now with the very latest. Bailey.
Andrea, investigators left just about 20 minutes ago, but I want you to take a look at this. Now, everything that's left inside this orange fence, this is all that's left, unfortunately, of that small aircraft that crashed here in Holly, just off Highway 10 early this afternoon. Now, officials tell us that the FAA inspector will be out here tomorrow morning to hopefully figure out and finalize this investigation of exactly what happened here. Now, a family member was here just moments ago, and he was visibly distraught. And he tells us that the victim in this crash is a local man and that he used what's called a gyrocopter. And the victim just used that as a hobby. Now, a gyrocopter, it's a small one-seater plane. It has two blades, very small, very mini helicopter. Now, the Clay County Sheriff Mark Empting said a bystander was driving by when this crash all happened. They got out of the vehicle and kind of came to the gyrocopter, and that's when they pulled the pilot out. The bystander kind of sustained a few injuries, and unfortunately the pilot was already deceased when the bystander pulled the pilot out. Now, they're really not sure what exactly happened here. Again, the FAA inspector is going to be out here tomorrow morning to hopefully finish up this investigation, and the sheriff did tell us that they'll keep us updated with all the information as it comes. Reporting live in Holly, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
All right, thank you, Bailey. Authorities will release the pilot's name after all family are notified. Coming up tonight on Valley News Live, we'll listen to the dispatch audio seconds after the aircraft went down. More breaking news for you tonight out of Horace. One man has been arrested after a short police chase and refusing a traffic stop that ended with a dip in the Cheyenne River. Police say around 3 this afternoon, they tried pulling over the driver of a white Ford F-150 in Horace. After a short chase, police say the man crashed into a squad car and took off running. Police say the man, later identified as Jason Marinucci, jumped into the Cheyenne River near Horseshoe Bend in Horace and swam across the river. Police say Marinucci had several warrants out for his arrest. Finally, some decent weather out there, but it is not good news everywhere around the region. There is a chance some of us could see storms this evening. Let's find out where and when in No Wait Weather. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Andrea. As we take a look at our Valley Skycam, we see blue skies to the north and west of our studios here in South Fargo. It's a quiet evening for us, a wind not nearly as strong as yesterday. Right now, we have a few showers passing along the northern Red River Valley through the Kittson and Roseau County areas. Not even any lightning associated with those showers. But this is the area of concern for tonight, the Northern Valley from Grand Forks into northeast North Dakota and northwest Minnesota. A slight risk of severe storms means that storms that form tonight could have large hail and damaging wind. Those will be the two main areas of concern. By the way, if you see your area shaded in dark green, that means we do have a chance at seeing a few strong storms in this area as well. Temperatures in Fargo on a quiet evening will slip into the 70s. Up north, Grand Forks, a chance for some late storms. It does look like the timing on these storms will be later this evening, so most of us will get through the dinner hour without any concerns at all. Andrea, I'll have details on the rest of your forecast for the overnight and the days to come here in a minute.
All right, it's that time of year, right?
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Hutch. We now know the names of the people involved in a deadly crash in West Fargo, and one of the drivers could be facing charges. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says 34-year-old Levi Bird of West Fargo died after the U-Haul he was driving was hit. The other driver involved is 29-year-old Kristen Johnson. Charges are now pending against her. It happened around 7:45 Wednesday morning on 32nd Avenue by 35th Street South. Authorities say Johnson hit Bird, causing the U-Haul to flip on its side. Johnson was taken to the hospital, but she is expected to be okay. 2 people were taken to the hospital, and one is now facing a DUI charge after a crash in Grand Forks. 39-year-old Scott Herman was driving on 23rd Avenue in Grand Forks at around midnight this morning when he left the road. He overcorrected, sending his vehicle into the ditch, causing it to roll. According to the release from the Highway Patrol, Herman, along with a 19-year-old passenger, were both taken to the hospital for serious injuries. Herman was charged with driving under the influence. A vehicle went up in flames in West Fargo earlier today. Authorities say it happened after midnight when crews were dispatched to the 100 block of 3rd Avenue West. Once on scene, crews saw the engine was fully engulfed. The fire was knocked down quickly. The cause is currently under investigation. Boundary changes, year-round school, and a 9th grade academy. Those are the top ideas Fargo school board members came up with today to address future overcrowding. The school board members brainstormed for hours today on how to relieve overcrowding at Davies and Discovery while still giving students access to quality education and responding to community concerns. At the end of the discussion, board members whittled their ideas down to 3 options to consider until a new South Side school can be built. Those options are boundary changes, year-round school at Davies and Discovery, and a 9th grade academy.
There are by no means one is being preferred over the other. The board has committed to keep an open mind throughout these discussions. We expect there will be a lot of community feedback because some of these are pretty bold.
District leaders will now research these ideas, create a pros and cons list for each one, and present them to the board on August 13th. The board is expected to vote on which idea they want to move forward with on August 27th. But members say whichever idea they choose, it will not go into effect until the 2022 school year. North Dakota's ban on Sunday morning shopping, most commonly known as Blue Laws, is being lifted. That means stores in the valley will be opening a lot earlier on Sunday mornings. Lowe's, Menards, Fleet Farm, and Sam's Club are among those opening at 8 Sunday mornings. Target will be opening at 7 in the morning, Costco at 10, and Shields at 11 a.m. Walmart will be open 24/7 starting August 1st. This all becomes legal in North Dakota starting August 4th. What a difference a year can make. Case in point, the former executive director of the Fargo Park District. Documents obtained by Valley News Live show very different performance reviews for Joel Vettel. After his first year in charge of the Park District, Vettel was told he did an outstanding job. It was much different following last year. His 2018 review indicates disciplinary action for giving out excessive amounts of vacation leave to Park District workers. It also says he needed to develop in a variety of areas. Vettel recently stepped down with very little said about why. He will still be paid through the end of the year, plus other benefits. Dave Leaker has been named interim executive director. Vettel's job reviews are posted on our website, valleynewslive.com. Minnesota law is forcing some breweries to halt growler sales. Jennifer Austin reports.
At Liftbridge Brewing in Stillwater.
This is our cold water tank, so that's used for the brewing process.
Co-founder Dan Schwartz oversees the growing business.
So we're actually at the point where we need to build a new brewery.
So you might be surprised to hear him say this.
You know, we may have to make some decisions on whether we're going to slow production down a little bit to stay under the cap, or...
That cap is Minnesota law. Once a brewery produces 20,000 barrels of beer a year, they can no longer sell beer off sale. Liftbridge will hit it soon.
Certainly within the next year, we would be running up against the cap.
It'll be a big blow to us.
Mandy Larson is co-owner of Castle Danger Brewery in Two Harbors. She says growlers make up about 30% of their taproom sales, but since they hit the 20,000 barrel cap, they'll have to stop selling them when their license renews October 1st.
You know, that lost revenue means that we'll have to make some tough staffing decisions.
The cap is in place to essentially keep the breweries from competing with liquor stores. The Minnesota Licensed Beverage Association, in a statement, said in part, growler regulations do not need to be changed to accommodate already thriving businesses who want additional advantages over other smaller businesses. A bill introduced in the last legislative session would have upped the cap, but it didn't pass.
And it's kind of a neat little keepsake.
For now, Schwartz plans to keep pushing for the change so his business can keep growing.
The Minnesota Craft Brewers Guild says they would like to see the bill passed in the next session. One lucky person won a $21 million lottery ticket at a convenience store in Ramsey, Minnesota. That's by Anoka. The Minnesota Lottery says the Lotto America ticket hit the jackpot in Wednesday night's drawing. If the winner chooses the $21.6 million annuity jackpot, it would be paid over 29 years. The ticket holder has 1 year to claim the prize. The reports are growing.